Howdy y'all, it's Seth and I'm hanging out here in the Smoky Mountains. I know what you're thinking, who lives in Tennessee and vacations in Tennessee? Well, to be honest, we've been coming up to the Smokies when we still lived in Florida, and all of this that you see behind me is a large part of the reason we moved to the area. In fact, I only live about 2 hours east of here in the suburbs of Johnson City, so this is a nice, easy vacation destination, and at home I don't have all the hullabaloo that is Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. So it works out nicely. Now, since we've been coming here for so long, we've been watching Smoky Mountain YouTubers for about as long. And I really don't want to become another one. I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to steal anybody's niche. I don't want to cause any problems with the Smoky Mountain YouTube community. So what I'm actually going to do is be a nice guy. And if I show you a restaurant, a tourist attraction, a site that I love, I'm going to tell you who first showed it to me. That's right, before I was on YouTube, I watched a ton of YouTube, and we used to get vacation plans by watching Smoky Mountain YouTubers. So I'm going to be doing a lot of name dropping in these next few videos, and if it's Smoky Mountain content you're seeing, I will be tagging and linking to some Smoky Mountain YouTubers who showed it to us. So get ready. And if you are a Smoky Mountain YouTuber, watch for your name. So, everybody, hang out with me while I'm in the Smokies, and we'll give proper credit where it's due. Come along. It's day one. I am in Townsend today, and I am grabbing to-go from one of my favorite restaurants in this little town. They close at 7, and it's like 6:45, so we're not dining in. I already ordered it online. I just got to go pick it up, and I'll show that to you. It's the Peaceful Side Social and Brewery. They make fantastic food here. You've got to check them out. Special thanks to KNE RV TV. Kim and Aaron went here. I saw a YouTube video a year or two ago, and we've come here 2 or 3 times since. And it's always been fantastic. So thank you, Kim. Thank you, Aaron. KNE RV TV. I don't think they're in the Smokies right now. I think they're heading back down to Florida. I can't keep track. They've had a little bit of loss lately, so it's they've not been online as much, but definitely worth checking out because they've got a whole archive of Smoky Mountain content. Plus, they spent last summer in New Hampshire doing camp host work at a campground that was an hour away from where I grew up. Yes, that's some Seth knowledge for you. I grew up in New Hampshire. But I'm going to go grab dinner. I'll take it home, and I'll just give you a quick scan of how it looks. All right, we are about to wrap up day one here in the Smoky Mountains. Very, very short day. In fact, we got to the cabin around 5:30. And then I just ran into town while my wife fed the dogs. I grabbed dinner for us and a few supplies at the IGA in Townsend. Yes, we're a little closer to the Townsend side here in this cabin, which is perfectly fine with me because Townsend has some great food. We got to go from the Peaceful Side Social, which is a brewery, but they also make fantastic food. As you can see, we got, I guess it's a pizza, but they call it a round flatbread. Some great truffle fries and steak tips, which you can't go wrong with steak tips. And even with Brussels sprouts, which I'm not the world's biggest Brussels sprout fan, but I gotta tell you, they were fantastic. So great dinner. And then we just kind of hung out here, watched a little YouTube. Yeah, that seems a little weird, but as I told you earlier, I want to give proper credit where credit is due. I already mentioned KNE RV TV from where we grabbed dinner. Would have never found that spot if they didn't tell us all about it. So thank you so much for that. I'm sure I'll name drop some more Smoky Mountain YouTubers in the not too distant future. I'm going to keep going, roll into day 2 with this because I'm not really sure where we're at, but when this is all edited, this is probably like a 3.5 minute day 1 video. So let me give you day 2 and I'll give you a quick peek at the cabin. I'm not going to do a cabin tour only because I didn't ask the owner if we could. And I like this cabin, so I don't want the calendar filling up with you guys and then I don't have a place to stay. Okay, yeah, I know that's a little selfish, but really it comes down to the fact that I didn't run anything by the owner, and I don't necessarily want to just throw his business out there on the internet if he's not just a little bit on board, because I would like to be able to come back here. We love this cabin. It's got 2 acres, which is great for the dogs. We're not in the mountains or anything. We're right kind of there on a flat area, which is nice. Centrally located in Weir's Valley, right around the corner from Elvira's and Hillbilly's Kitchen, which we may or may not check out. But this is just the front room. Look at that, sleeping for 4 in here. That turns into a bed if you want. And then those chairs can like lay flat and are really comfortable for napping. So if you wanted to throw like the kids in here, great. You know what? Fine, you win. If you want to know where this cabin is, what the name of it is, the VRBO link, go ahead and ask me. I'm not going to broadcast it to the masses, but if you want to know, go ahead and ask me and I'll let you know. But not a huge tour, but I'm sure you'll see a little more of this cabin in the future videos as we do like, you know, the daily check-ins and whatnot. But, so yeah, I'll give the information up if you ask me for it. Okay, fair enough? All right, that works for me. I hope that works for you. I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. We start our Smoky Mountain vacation for reals tomorrow morning, and I will bring you with me. All right, night-night. Good morning. It is day 2, and we are here at the cabin in the Smokies. Not our cabin, just a cabin. I love this yard. Look at this thing. We're not allowed to go in that building, but that's okay. That's normal when you rent a cabin. But this is such a nice big yard. Oh, there goes Cody, if you need a reference point. We got mountains, we got woods. This is the earliest we've ever booked this in the year. Today is actually March 1st, and normally when we're here, there's a little more leaves on the trees, so you have a little more privacy. But again, you know, we're just getting over winter, hopefully. And that means that the woods are a lot thinner than they normally would be. So we can see some other properties, but that's fine. It's not like we're doing anything nefarious around these parts. I had to cut that and actually change locations because I realized I had just walked up on a very loud running HVAC system. So we're going to go check out the day, see what trouble we can get into. And by trouble, I mean like food and shopping. So it might be a little bit loud because I'm right off the Parkway and it is raining. But I'm here at the Smokies Cuban Cafe and we're going to run inside. I'm going to try a Cuban coffee and some great Cuban food because one thing I miss about Florida is the Cuban food. So I'm not going to do a whole review. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of this and let you make your own mind up on what you see, but I will show you the food and the coffee and anything else I feel like showing you. So let's go inside. All right, I didn't do an outro of the Smokies Cuban Cafe, but I did want to let you know that we first discovered the Smokies Cuban Cafe courtesy of J and B in the Hills. They are YouTubers. I think they're up in West Virginia, but they kind of get all over the place. A lot of food reviews, fantastic stuff, wonderful personalities, really, really, really likable people, and they're a little Elvis obsessed, which kind of makes it fun too. If you haven't ever seen them, you got to check them out. I will link their YouTube page down here in the description of this video. And now we are at one of my favorite places in the Smokies, the MoonPie bookstore, warehouse, etc. That's not really the name, but you know the place. I also did a video of this maybe 6 or 8 months ago when I was here last. I'll link that down below if you're interested, and I'll just show you around a little bit. I won't overkill it because I've already done this, and then we'll see where the day takes us. All right, so pretty much every Smoky Mountain YouTuber has been to this place in the past few weeks. We're actually checking out the Titanic Frozen Custard and Chocolate Shop, and I'm going to give a shout out to Yankee in the South. You guys are awesome. Congrats on getting so close to 100,000 subscribers, and thank you for showing this to us, and I'm going to go enjoy it now. Okay, I don't know if you are like me when it comes to traveling with dogs, but we don't really like to leave them for very long. And I love my dogs, but they're not exactly well-behaved in public, being that they both have hound dog blood in them. They can get a little bit loud and a little excited. So they do stay at the cabin. We don't like to leave them very long, so maybe 5-6 hours. And that's about it. We left the house at 11. Had a fantastic lunch at the Smokies Cuban Cafe. The food was phenomenal. The service was even better. I spent 27 years living in Florida, and this may be the best Cuban food I have ever had. Phenomenal stuff. Cannot recommend it enough. Then we went to the Book Warehouse and MoonPie General Store. I love that place. I won't spend a whole lot of time talking about it because I do have another video somewhere in my history you can take a look at, and I'm sure all the other Smoky Mountain YouTubers have covered it too. Great place. Did some shopping at the Miracle Mile. Is that what it's called? The Miracle? It sounds the Mountain Mile. Mountain Mile. Oh boy. I think Miracle Mile is a car dealership stretch of road in Johnson City. The Mountain Mile. Hit that. Did some shopping at the Spice and Tea Exchange, Savannah Bee Company. Then we went to the arcade like a bunch of big kids. Played some arcade games. Had fun. That was downtown Flavortown. And I know I've said when I show you something, I'll tell you who we saw it from. Quite a few of the YouTubers here in the area have covered downtown Flavortown. But I think the best video out there may be the Smoky Mountain family. They've got 2 younger girls who just play all the ticket games and win all the prizes. And if you want to see what it looks like to have kids in an arcade, not just two people in their mid-40s, or one person for that matter, because my wife doesn't come on camera. If you want to see what it's like to actually have kids in the arcade, you should check them out. I'll link their stuff down below as well. And now I'm just coming home. I'm going back to the cabin. My passenger right now is a brown bag of dinner. It is Apple Valley Cafe. This is a place we have never been to before, and it's kind of popped up a lot lately in the YouTube community here because of the fried fish sandwich, which I guess has like panko breading and potato chip crusted, and it's supposed to be phenomenal. I got a brisket sandwich for myself. My wife got the fried fish. We got some mac and cheese and I think tater salad, and I'll show that to you in a minute here, or maybe just kind of roll that over this so I don't spend so much time showing you my face and just yapping from the car, which, by the way, hands-free Tennessee. That's the new law. But we're pretty much going to eat this and then call it a night. I'll check in one more time and say goodnight to you.